Thursday, the 11th of June 2015. Here's the latest update from
Neil Keenan. I'm getting old. I almost forgot my name. It comes with age. Okay, let's talk about what we have to talk about. Thank you, Drake, for requesting me to come on this morning to give some help on your site, on your show. Was happy to do it. In the midst of a lot of things here, but we got the Bilderbergs dealing over in Austria right now, and they've got the no-fly zone intact. The one we were supposed to have, they got to protect themselves. They're afraid somebody's going to drop something like maybe some bird shit on top of their meeting. I'm sure that will hurt them. More than a bomb, bird shit will hurt them, you know, because they don't like bird shit. But anyway, they're full of shit. So anyway, the bottom line is we're going to be talking very shortly about the cashless society, which is where the United States is trying to take it. Corporate leadership and Obama and the boys who have just gone overboard with financing everything with paper fiat, with things of no value. Well, it's not going to fly. It can't fly because they have too much debt out there, and they keep paying off the debt with the fiat monies. So the fiat also is debt, whether it has value or not. The gold doesn't back the fiat. The gold doesn't back the monies. Some of the monies in the accounts are backed by gold, but not backed by the latest, which is fiat. We know that there's going to be a big meeting also in, let me see the name, I spelled it here, Puglia, in Italy in mid-June. And that's also going to be about the tension amongst the global bankers, especially Wall Street. They don't know where they're going right now, and they're very nervous, they're very concerned. And they're going to be meeting with the heads of state in Italy, from the Vatican, for example, and royal families, and Puglia at that point in time. You know, they don't have any money really right now. They're running. They have not many places to run. They're going to create wars within our own nation, our own country. We've got to be careful. I hear the UN has boots on the ground in the United States, up to 500,000 men and women. That's a lot of people over there. So we have to be careful. We have more than 500,000, and we can probably take them out. But they're all foreigners on the ground too. They're not using the Pentagon people. They're using foreigners. I would hope the Pentagon people would step up and kick the foreigners right the hell out of our country and send them right back where they came from. If you're a Mexican jumping bean, and God damn it, you're going to become a jumping bean again. You're going to jump even higher and get back to where you came from. Okay? You're not going to be coming into our country and causing problems. The state of Texas alone, or not even the state, the Republic of Texas alone, whooped your ass a long time ago before the feds even came along. They'll do it again. They're ready. The militias are ready. The people are not so ready because they really don't know what to expect. But that's common, that's normal, and all the states have to be ready, not just Texas. They're not a state, like I told you, they're a republic. They've entered into an agreement, nothing more. So they can take back what they giveth. And you want to come into their nation, they will fight you. And everybody else will jump aboard the Texas boat to fight you too. Now, that's for you, Roger. That's for you, buddy. Get better. Project Bluebeam. You know, we're talking about these floating nations in the sky and the music coming from the clouds and all the things that they want us to be afraid of. They want to scare us. And they're scaring you, I think, aren't they? I mean, geez, you know, you're looking up into the cloud saying, what can that be? Well, you know what it is? It's Johannes Hutabarat singing to you. And that's why it sounds scary. But nevertheless, what it is Project Bluebeam. And they're getting things ready. They're starting to move things forward. This Project Bluebeam can be traced back to the writings of Quebecois journalist Serge Monast. He's from the mid-1990s, and he died of a heart attack while investigating the story, despite lacking a history of heart disease. Again, someone without a problem dies with the problem. Project Bluebeam, with hundreds of videos, it's on the topic, and its veracity is promoted by Texas-based conspiracy preacher, Texas Mars. And again, my friend Roger out there in Texas knows who Texas Mars is pretty well. You Texans know who he is. Well, you know, it's a conspiracy. They're doing this to scare you. You know, evidence of the United States government or the U.S. corporations and experiments in the giant sky holograms relating to Project Bluebeam have been covered on mainstream television. Many sci-fi authors, such as Chris and Janet Morris, consultants in non-lethal weapons technology for a Washington think tank, claim that giant projections of angels, devils, or UFOs would not require any new breakthroughs in science and could be used on the battlefield to scare the enemy. We're the enemy in this case, according to them. The psychological operation has already begun and been done at the Army's electronic proving ground at Fort, and I tried to get Mark to pronounce this word for me before, Fort Huachacha. Fort Huachacha, and everybody's stuck with that Huachacha. So it's right very near the Mexican border. The creator of this clip, Nicholson, believes that recent leaps in projection, mapping technology are paving NASA's way to brainwashing the world. According to Monast, these mimics of the divine would variously inspire hysteria, trust before merging. This gets crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This gets crazy. Emerging their identities into one true deity, and that through the projection of an antichrist, full rapture scenario. NASA would control the masses and whisk the whole bunch into Never Never Land. As we said before, we've got another Pied Piper on the scene, which would be NASA. Pope Francis in September in the United Nations, before the United Nations opening speech, September 25th, 2015, will address the annual UN General Assembly. He's basically going to state that he's not the true leader. Well, he's going to state, first of all, that there's not many gods, only one God. He's going to state there's only one. That's basically relating us all back in the end to the New World Order, trying to put everybody under one umbrella, trying to create even not just racist chaos, which they've already created, but religious confrontation amongst the nations. We've had many wars in the past, as you know, over religions. So remember first and foremost that the Pope Francis is not the true leader of the Catholic Church. As a matter of fact, he's not at all. But the Pope, what he is the Pope of the pseudo-Masonic, Satanist betrayal, counterfeit Catholic Church. We are working with a false church right now, even though many of us are Catholic. We are not working with those that we've worked with in the past. They've killed them in many cases. But for example, our Pope, Juan Papa, was suffocated. He didn't die, as they say. He has no authority to do anything or to bless anyone. He practices Satanism. He's part of their game. He's the Black Pope. He replaced Count Kovenbach, who had previously been the Black Pope. This has been their plan for a long time, to take over at the end, with the Jesuit leader being the Pope of the Catholic Church, so that we'd follow them. All black and darkness, evil and deception. That's what we're facing. Satanism. We're facing rotten corruption. We're facing, if you want to take a look at it, take a look at old man Bush and take a look at his face. That's what we're facing. Look at that evil. Look at that evil. And that's a nasty looking face compared to his homosexual son. So let's look at it like that. We have had those amongst us to support Agenda 21. We've had them working with us, activists working with us, trying to get us to bite the fact that Pope Francis will be the spiritual leader of the New World, and Jeffrey Sachs will be handling the environmental control of the New World. This twisted attempt, it will fail. At the cost of many lives, people. I've told you from the beginning not to believe in this jubilee. It's not going to be a jubilee. It's going to be a fight. But the people will prevail so long as they keep their heads together and they don't fall apart. Don't let them scare you. This is what they do. You cannot fall apart. You cannot let the demons from the sky scare you. You cannot let the fallen angels scare you. You've got to stand strong, and you've got to recognize and realize it's a hologram. It's a hologram. They're putting a movie on the TV screen for us, trying to scare the crap out of us, and they've been preparing for it for a long time. And now it's coming. And I mean, you can't see a monster coming down from the sky and run. Stay still. Stay still, go home, turn on your TV, and let the monsters run around in your backyard. They're all holograms. Don't worry about them. They're nothing more than copies of the people that made them. The Bushes and so on. Don't worry about it. Okay, in the meantime, we need our people to get out there and fight. Peter, Drake, you need to get those people together. You need to round them up. You need to get them prepared. You need to let them know that the time is coming. You know, like the Chambers brothers said, the time has come today. It's coming. Okay, I'm fighting over here like a cat and dog. Don't think that I'm not. I mean, just because you don't see me doesn't mean I'm up to any good. I wouldn't know how to be a good boy, okay? I wouldn't know how, so don't ask me. Now let's get to Asia so we can get on there. Over here, they brought in the World Economic Forum, as you know, through a Aleppo group. And this World Economic Forum they've been part of the group. They were part of the group that stole my money or the notes that were taken from me way back when. It seems like when I was born, okay, a long time ago. And now they're trying to get a foot in over here, and they got a hand to get their foot in here. But I think Mr. Riyadh, I think he'll straighten that out when the time comes. I think he'll straighten it out. I mean, he's a Chinese billionaire, and I think that he's got his head and heart in the right place. And I think that once he realizes, and I do believe he realizes, I'm sure he does, that the World Economic Forum is just another extension and arm of the Bilderberg. And they've got to go. Gianfranco, what's his name? Giancarlo Bruno and all those other boys, they can't come in here. They cannot bring investment into Indonesia. If they do, they now own you. They're going to be lending you money soon, and they're going to be taking your political positions. They're going to be taking your water. They're going to be creating your energy and creating your food for you like they're trying to do with Monsanto now. You cannot allow them here. You've got a great world here. It's growing leaps and bounds. The people have great hearts. They're humble. They need help only. You know, I'm here to help. And you don't need to bite for this. You don't need to fall for this. You know, you don't need to let them bring their feet into your world. You know, this is why we have immigration, I believe. We have immigration to keep people like this out, to protect our worlds from becoming a bad place. We want to keep our worlds a better place. You know, you can bring in good people, but you're supposed to keep out the bad. These people are bad. They're bad. I mean, I know I fight them. I fight them. I talk to them. I scream at them. And not just them either. There's more. But the names will keep other than Giancarlo Bruno, because Giancarlo, I'm refiling. And I'm coming after the World Economic Forum. And I've got a lot more information and documentation. And I've got jurisdiction. So you can bring your boys into court this time whispering to my attorney about maybe making a deal. I'm not making any deal. You can tell Tabasco about making a deal. I'm not making any deal. And Tabasco, wherever the hell you're hiding, pick that rock up and listen. We're coming. Very soon we're coming. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this, you guys. You don't know, I could dance. I can do the Irish jig thinking about what I'm going to do to you boys. Oh, it's going to be fun. I hope the UN, I hope you're getting a whiff of this too. Ban Ki-moon, you killed my friend Joe Bandana 2 weeks after he talked to you, or less even. He was dead. Maybe you didn't, but the people listening in to your phone call did. You said too much about what happened regarding the notes and why the notes were stolen, and Joe was bringing me that information. You told them all that. Now, I wish you would tell me all that and then let those boys try to come and get me. Because you know something? Joe wasn't ready for this. we're born ready for this shit now. We've been through it all. Like my father said, you put us through the rigmarole. But now, there is no more rigmarole. There is no more you. There is no more fear, no more threats, no more idle threats, no more anything. It's time for the UN to go. As we all know, and you don't know maybe because you're only the Secretary General of the United Nations, but the new United Nations will be in China. People don't believe them for a second that they're gonna stay there in the United States. They didn't pay the bills in the United States for the building, for the UN building, for its expenses. And don't believe anything else about anybody else paying the bills either. The Dragon family paid the bills and they pulled it out. They're no longer paying. That's why the building's being built right now in China. There's a new sheriff in town. And if you can hold on right now with those bums who call themselves our UN, then you're gonna be living in a new world and a better world yourself soon. Because the Dragon family will help you once you clean up your house. Once you clean up your house. They're not going to help you clean it up. They're not a fighting machine. But they will help you once it's cleaned up. So you got plenty of people to clean it up. We do. Now, Drake, your question today caught me off guard. Your question caught me off guard as to whether or not I'm going to be appointed the head of the global accounts, or I'm going to be a legal representative of the accounts, or security. Well, I'm not too sure about which one is going to be, or if not all three, or not any. Okay, I know I'm there, and I don't know who talked to you. I'm trying to figure it out. Somebody I know, huh? But you got me on that one. Yeah, folks, Drake has connections all over the world too, you know. You just have to hide yourself from him a little bit. You know, I got this thing over here. I don't know what it's called, but I can put my face behind it and Drake can't see me. That's pretty good. But Drake would have somebody tell on me somewhere with one of his connections. So I expect Drake to be here soon. I expect Peter Santilli to be here soon. I expect a lot of our boys to be over here soon trying to help me put this together with the Indonesian people. I expect that we'll do that and we'll do it well. In the meantime, I hope that we keep our heads together in this battle that possibly could be coming very soon, and not to react and fire the first shot, as we most likely are inclined to do because of all the threats and all the fear that they've instilled amongst our people. Just remember, shit runs downhill, and also it runs downhill when you go after them as well. Okay, it runs downhill. And the top of this chain happens to be the Rothschilds, but really George Soros in this case. George Soros, and then you got Obama. You got a guy who's not our president, who's not an American, who's not even an Indonesian. He's actually a Kenyan, whose name is not Obama. His name might not even be Satoru, because he had an original name when he came from Kenya. And when he came from Kenya to Indonesia, he changed his name. So he changed his name to Satoru. So there's a name before Satoru, and it's not Satoru. We're trying to get his change of name legal files. We're trying to get many other things as well. So we know who he is and what he is. We already know what he is, but trying to know who he is, I guess, the name anyway. We know who he is as well. In the end, all I can say is that we've got our hands full. But if we do it right and we don't instill fear amongst ourselves, amongst others with us, then we've got a real good shot of coming out of this with our own government, with our own people, and we can make this thing ours like it should have been from the very beginning. It shouldn't have been a Zionistic game. It shouldn't have been a Nazi game. And it sure as hell shouldn't have been a Kazakh game. It should not have been. But it became over a period of time. They're very patient people, step by step, by step, by step, by step. Pretty soon they had most of the things they needed, including the presidency, amongst other positions. And they ended up, as you know, naming everybody Tsar. Everybody's a Tsar. And that's where it's supposed to end right now. Between Pope Francis, a non-Catholic representing the Vatican, coming in and going to tell us about God, the Lord, or Jesus Christ. You know, I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. He's coming in. I mean, the guy was charged with failure, I believe, in Argentina. Argentina. I'm in Indonesia, and a lot of things are EIA at the end. Argentina. So we're ready here, just about to let go. A little bit more. I mean, the people can't be any better. The people I'm dealing with, are superb. You know, they want to do things the right way. They don't want to do it the wrong way. They're careful. They're cautious. They're all of the above. But most of all, they're kind. Very kind people. Not much more to say right now. I can't say any more. What the hell is that? Hear that? That's the call from the divine being up above telling me enough's enough. Saying enough of this shit, Keenan, get off. So just because he just did that, I'll get off. I'll say bye-bye and try to find out what's going on over here. You people take care. God bless. I hope nothing happens to you. Stay safe. I mean, we got to battle. Got to battle. And we got to protect our mothers, our fathers, our children, our children's children. We just have to fight. And if we fight like we mean it, there's no way that some 500,000 foreigners are going to kick our ass on our land. Get ready. Thank you all for your help all along the way. I'm here to help you now, and I'll be here to help you later. Neil Keenan signing off. Wish me well. I wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.